Today's video is special because this is where everything comes together. The mindset, the ideas, the system, the visuals, and forms a brand. Not just profile, not just feed, not just content, a brand. A kind of brand people recognize instantly, a kind of brand people trust before they even meet you, and a kind of brand that makes someone say, "Oh, I know this style and this must be from them." See, here's the thing, content gets the attention, brand gets remembered, and identity build fan bases. And if you want to go beyond the content, you cannot depend only on posting consistently. You need to feel distinct, you need to feel intentional, and you need to feel you. Today's video will be your blueprint for that. Let's get started. Let's clear that. Most creators think branding means fancy colors, aesthetic feeds, expensive logos, and cinematic visuals. It's not. Branding is simply a consistent feeling you give your audience. If you have ever seen a creator and thought they always sound so clear, the visual feel familiar, and their tone is so unique, that's the brand identity at work. Brand is a memory and a memory is trust. Let's break this down into two sides. First is a visual identity, what people see and instantly associate with you. Second is a verbal identity, how you sound, how you write, and the way you communicate consistently. If your content is a house, your brand identity is the architecture of that house. It defines the structure, it defines experience, and it defines recognition. Now let's move to the visuals. Here's something strange. People think better visuals require better equipment. No. Better visuals require better decisions, and these decisions create consistency. Let's walk through the elements that shape your visual identity. First is your color palette. You don't need 10 colors, you just need 3 colors: the primary color, secondary color, and the accent color. These 3 colors will shape all your carousels, thumbnails, captions, backgrounds, page covers, and branding assets too. The goal here is not to make your viewers guess, they should remember you by these 3 colors. Next are fonts. The fonts are the silent brand builders. The fonts communicate your personality. Serif fonts are for authority, sans serif are modern, rounded fonts are friendly, and condensed fonts are bold and sharp. Third is your layout design. Layout is how your content sits visually. Some creators always use top aligned text, use lower third captions, or start with a punchline visually, or place their face in a consistent frame, and last, use similar thumbnail composition. Even I do that, it's my habit too. These small choices add up to the brand recognition. Next is your thumbnail language. Here's the hack, don't try to reinvent thumbnail every time. Make a formula. Close up face, strong words, pattern behind you, and a recognizable color choices. Stick to your formula because that formula becomes your identity by the time. Next are templates. Templates are your hidden consistency weapon. Using templates isn't cheating. Templates are a system. They allow you to keep visually consistent, reduce editing time, produce faster, and even look more premium. Carousels hook, text pops, then short formats, all of these can be put under a template. This is where your brand identity will start to feel official. If this chapter is already giving you more clarity than most branding courses, subscribe right now. Because in a minute we are diving into a verbal identity, which is the secret advantage behind every memorable founder and creator you look up to. The next part will help you build tone and a voice people instantly recognize. Visual identity catches attention, but a verbal identity builds connection. Your verbal identity is the way you write, the way you speak, the phrases you repeat, and the structure you use, and even the personality you deliver. If someone can hear a script and say this sounds like them, you have built a verbal brand. Now let's break it down. A is the tone of voice. Think about how you want people to feel when they hear you. You can choose a combination of direct and calm, or helpful and sharp, or friendly and expert, or motivational and tactical, or even witty plus humor. Next is the signature phrases. See, every memorable creator has a phrase they repeat, not catchphrases but the rhythms. For example, here's the real truth, or let's break this down, or here's what most people get it wrong, and even stay with me and now pay attention to this part. These small verbal anchors make your content familiar and comforting too. Next is the sentence structure. This is underrated. Your sentence style is a part of your brand. Are you short and punchy? Are you descriptive and flowing? Or are you structured and logical? Or are you rhythmic and conversational? People subconsciously remember this. B is your personality lens, like how you approach the world. Some creators view the world through humor, curiosity, or system thinking, or empathy, directness, and even with the storytelling. Pick one lens and use it everywhere. E is to stay consistent without being repetitive. So this is the real art. Identity are with patterns and boredom is repetition. And you want to stay consistent with tone, visuals and frames, but still vary with story, examples and delivery. This is how creators stay fresh while being recognizable. Now let's combine this into a simple checklist. Your brand identity should include visuals with three color palettes, two fonts, one thumbnail style, and one video framing style. 3 to 5 templates and one consistent layout pattern. For verbal, a clear tone of voice, repeated signature phrases, distinct sentence style, a strong personality lens, and a predictable flow. When visuals and verbal identity merge, that's when you stop being a content creator and start being a recognizable, memorable brand. And that brings us to the end of chapter 7. Today, you didn't just learn how to look polished, you learn how to become distinct. And your content now doesn't just exist, it carries its own signature, a flavor, a personality, an identity. And once you have all these, everything you publish will feel intentional, everything you create will feel connected, and everything your audience sees becomes familiar. But next, we are entering the most important chapter of this entire course, because building content is the easy part, building a community, that's the real game. And this is the chapter that turns creators into leaders and followers into community. You are going to love this one for sure. See you in the next video.